can't even look down at my shoes. But I'm super excited. Okay, guys? You guys are both cheering for me, right, today? Yep. All right.
Tell me a little bit today what's happening. Today's the day.
Today is the big match, okay? The two Titans come together. We got Andy Hrovat. You're excited? All right. If you can get, like, how old are you? 10-year-old girl? 9-year-old girl excited about a wrestling match? You know that right there is a winning circumstance. We've got better reviews right now than the WWE itself. Andy Hrovat, 2008 Olympian. Hunter Mcintyre, probably the most handsome man to ever grace a magazine cover, or the Spartan Race field, or any other field stretching all the way from the CrossFit Games, Broken Skull Ranch, High Rocks, Tough Mudder. We've done it all. But Andy did live in Russia for a year and learn how to kill people with his bare hands. So he does have some advantages that I haven't quite looked into. We'll be gracing this mat right here probably around, we're going to go for like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we've got the whole town of Pittsfield coming. We've got people driving from like halfway across the eastern seaboard just to come watch this thing. Some of the biggest wrestling media companies are coming out to watch. We got Wally, he's our bookie. He's going to be taking all the bets. I think a lot of people are hedging against me, but I've also put cash down too. So it's just going to be serious.
How have you seen Andy practicing with Andy? How do you think overall the practice that you've been doing this couple of days?
I think Andy's smart. I think Andy's the kind of person where he only knows that he has to spend so much energy to beat somebody like myself. I think he realized after doing practice with me, if he just keeps on pushing against me, I will keep on pushing harder, and eventually it's a diminishing return for him. He just has to use technique. Like, if you're going to chop down this table, you don't come at the table from the top where it's the strongest. You come at the table from right here, the thinnest part of the table, one of the legs. So he's just going to work on things like that. And he's just going to focus on beating me in a way that's technical rather than, brute force. So that's what I think he's been watching me do. I think he's really quiet and he's smart. But so am I, okay? I want you guys to know that.
Let's go.
Ready to crash. Like, what are you going to do? This is my squad right here. I got Tyler. He was so tough he ripped a tooth right out of his face yesterday. And his sister almost won apples to apples and can't even read cards. So this is pretty intense. Yeah. So you guys, let's give a little breakdown.
And also I tackled you yesterday.
See? My own crew is against me, but still for me. So let's just get some predictions. Am I going to beat Andy?
Yes.
All right. Am I going to beat Andy?
I have no idea.
Come on, you just gotta say yes or no.
Yes.
Oh! Dude, we've got everybody in the house on our side.
That's 100%.
That's 100% guaranteed.
What do you guys think? I think we mix these two here.
Except for Sephra. Sephra doesn't care at all. Sephra thinks I'm gonna get twisted up and die. Sephra!
Yes.
Why are you so against me being a potential champion today?
Excuse me, I am rooting for you, even though everyone is saying, like, no way.
Sephra,
Well, listen, I believe in you, okay? Just because you have no wrestling skills, you got a big heart. The Mallow Bear's got a big heart. Don't ever eat a bear heart, they're poisonous. But this one is full of honey, because he's a Mallow Bear.
Yeah.
Listen, you have a cheering squad, okay?
I know.
It's not quantity, it's quality.
And
Come over here, come over here.
no, she's
Listen. What?
She's on the team too.
Are you rooting for Andy?
Yes, she is.
What? What?
That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Tyler, get
We
over
don't
here.
need that kind of...
Tyler pulled out his tooth for this tossle. Okay? We have dedication here.
Did he do
so
it for Hunter or $20?
I want Hunter to win because I don't know because Andy just thinks like he's gonna totally win and everybody thinks he's gonna win. I just want him to like.
Just because you've been to
rock.
the Olympics doesn't mean
Yeah,
that
I
you're
just
like
want
good or
everybody.
anything.
I just want him to prove it.
Joe, who do you think's gonna win?
Joe, come on.
Joe? Hang hang on.
Joe.
Flop.
But
Yeah.
more importantly, what are your predictions?
Well, I would say first period, it's going to be about Hunter's going to come out steaming hot. He's going to try to get Andy tired. You're going to hear screaming. You're going to hear grunting. Hunter's face is going to be red. He's going to get sweaty. But I think Andy's going to be cool, calm, and collective. Second period, Hunter's going to be...
You're saying Andy's going to win?
Well, that's just first period.
Oh, first
Yeah.
period.
Well,
Second
what's it called? The person who sits in your corner with the towels and stuff?
corner, the corner, what are they called? Corner.
Corner girl. All right, hold on.
Okay,
So you're
I
saying
got-
second period?
Second period starts, and
I think so. We can
Hunter's going to be a little out of breath. Andy's going to be a little out of breath, and then I think it's going to be a little more tying up, and not much movement. Third period comes, and Hunter's fucking running out of time, and he doesn't know what to do, and he's going to probably make a move that's a mistake, because Andy's got so much experience on dealing with those kind of attacks, and that's when we're going to see Hunter flop and lose. But I think the crowd is going to cheer because they can't believe Hunter has lasted as long as he's lasted with an Olympian.
That's the best. That's the best thing we've heard yet. Most
That was
people
very
are
good play-by-play.
"Die."
No, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. I think during the three periods we're gonna see Hunter make a few moves where the crowd's gonna be like, "Whoa!" Like the underdog actually just did that. But then Andy will recover.
Maybe he's the under bear, the Malabear.
Now I'm standing up a little taller than I was before.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
ladies
I know.
and gentlemen. I have to have a pre-wrestle poop.
Why'd you bring me up here?
Well, it's just gonna be like a 30-second poop. I'm quick.
Damn it, Hunter.
It's like a racetrack back
Go
there.
up to my castle.
It's like, well, you can set up for lighting in there or something with a microphone. I don't know.
Hiding.
I don't know. Just give me a minute. We just needed to get away from the kids so we could powwow. Come over there. Everything's changed now. We're gonna wrestle in like 2 hours, dude.
True.
I need emotional support. It's crazy in there. I always get teased because as I get into pooping, I get all excited.
Excited poops?
I'm like, woo-hoo! Let's start the day. You know?
I get those too.
Yeah. Look at all the opportunities we have now. Now we don't have to be slaves to the toilet. We can go here. We can do this.
I still haven't had that yet today, so I'm waiting for my cup of coffee.
That's why you're so anxious. You're like,
Yeah, I know.
what's gonna happen? All right, so today's the day. Today's the match. We are about to start wrestling. Things are about to get crazy. We had this guy who was coming in from, I think, Philadelphia. I don't know. Somewhere on the East Coast. He started a wrestling podcast. He's very popular. Has a lot of engagement with the youth wrestlers or world wrestlers. And he was going to come in and help shoot the content and announce the whole thing. His flight got canceled because the weather out here is crazy. So now what's going to happen is we're going to start wrestling in about 2 hours. If my watch is correct, it's around 8 o'clock right now. And we're probably going to wrestle around 10. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to sit by myself for a little while and I'm going to cry. I'm not going to lie. Nervous. A little bit nervous. My neck is more sore than it's ever been, I think, in its entire lifetime. Those neck bridges and just snap downs. It's something you have to get used to. I'll tell you right now. Don't think you're going to show up to a wrestling match and it's all just fun and games. It hurts. I already think I got a little bit of a little pinch in my ear. That hurts already. But that's just me complaining. I'll give you guys the inside scoop of how I'm feeling. 1, nervous. 2, excited. 3, terrified. 4, inspired. Okay, so I'm nervous and terrified because, listen, I like doing well, and I think the likelihood of me doing well is limited. But here's the thing I've got going for me. I have some experience, and I'm still in incredibly good shape. I'm strong, I'm fast, I've got the lungs, like, it's all there. Andy has, you know, the 10,000 hour rule. Andy's between 15 and 20,000 hours. I am between maybe 2,000 and 3,000 hours ever wrestled. So you can see the scale's a little bit different. Inspired because this is a chance for me to get back all the things I think I lost when I was younger. I didn't care enough about wrestling when I was younger to actually maximize on my potential. By the time I got to college and I really wanted to wrestle, I was on academic probation. My coach wouldn't let me get involved. And I was living in a house full of wrestlers, and everybody thought I was a joke because I obviously had just come out of rehab, and they thought I was just a druggie. But I was like, I really wanted to wrestle. I wanted to get involved with the kids. I wanted to get on the mats. I wanted to see how good I could have really been at a college level, but I lost all that. So now I'm back at the high level scale, like, you know, the world class level, working with Andy, and I think if I can get out of this room without like looking like a total idiot, I've at least accomplished some of the goals that I wish I could have had back in the day. And I may get more involved with wrestling after this, not necessarily as a permanent thing, but just come out more often, have some fun, and I'm tremendously excited. I think Andy is as good as it could get when it comes to wrestling somebody in the United States. There's probably only about, 20 or 30 of these guys actively still out there wrestling post-collegiately, post-Olympics like he is. So it's a rare find, and also the fact that he is just so open-minded and cool about me coming into his home with his people during his wrestling camp and allowing me to, put on this exhibition match. I think it's going to be awesome. So pumped that you guys are watching. There's more to come, obviously, so whatever happens next, pray for me. Yeah?
Yep.
Let's pick our wrestling outfit. Boom. Head you.
Must. Yep.
Okay?
Good.
Nicest tights in the entire world. Packed here.
Yep.
Or these during my marathon. We are out of shorts. Wait.
Guys, over here it smells like somebody pooped in the hallway.
What are you talking about?
In here!
Did you go poop? Was that you?
Who went to the bathroom? Is it bad?
No, not in here, in the hallway.
Well, obviously we didn't do it.
Why would I?
Are you sure? It smells like it's coming from your area, so...
My area is over there.
I don't know. You should get to the bottom of it. Go question everybody to see who did it. I'm just trying to think, should I distract him with my color panels? He's like, there's too much going on. There's green and blue over
I
here.
think so. He won't know what to attack.
He's all distracted, like,
Yeah.
"Ah." You guys should go black shirt.
Maybe someone pooped in the bathroom over there.
I don't know. I don't know who would do that.
Who would do that?
I've got my own bathroom here. This is my bathroom, so I don't use that bathroom.
Yeah, I have never used that bathroom.
I don't know.
Must have been Tyler.
Had to have been.
Or they farted.
What's number 3?
What? Is that me number?
What's number 3?
Nothing.
You can't handle the truth.
No. Well, I've been doing this wrong the entire time.
Can't have it get in there. Here, you can smell this. It smells nice. It's eucalyptus. It won't smell bad anymore. See, I put it around the room.
It's not in here.
Of course not. It's because we had nothing to do with it. That made my day. Like, it changed my entire day. This is exactly like, this is such a fun trip. Based on deductive reasoning, it smells like someone went to the bathroom around here.
What is number 3? I'm still thinking about this.
You don't know what it is.
No. Enlighten me, please. There's 1, there's 2, what's 3?
She bailed?
Yeah.
That should... That was hysterical, dude. Did you get that on camera?
Hell yeah.
Sounds like someone took a poop around.
All right, guys. So we are going to introduce our Headhunter Series athlete for the week, and this is Andy Hrovat, a 2008 Olympian, 4-time national team athlete, 3-time All-American. He's also an international coach, so he's gone around the world and he's experienced all different platforms of wrestling, which is probably the most important part of actually learning a sport, is getting outside of your bubble and going to experience it. And that's probably why he's one of the most talented coaches in the world right now. And this room that we're sitting in is going to be his platform where he's going to be teaching Spartan combat. He's right now teaching youth athletics all the way up to adults trying to come back into the sport on how to wrestle. And obviously we got the connection through Joe DeSena. The two of these guys met about a year ago, or a little further?
Right, about a year ago,
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to work with him during the Spartan Games. He was our ref during their Spartan Beach Combat. And basically during that time, I got to learn, meet the man, respect the man, and now I want to wrestle the man. But I'd like to introduce Andy. Thank you very much for coming on.
Oh, absolutely, man. When you asked me to do this, you and Joe, I was like, absolutely, this is so fun.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So just so that people can understand, when did you start wrestling, and what was your passion behind it? Was it a dad, a mom, an uncle, anybody behind this all? How did it all start?
Yeah, well, it started, I was born in January, and when I was 5, or turning 5, my dad wanted to sign me up for T-ball.
Yeah.
And I had to be born in December or before.
Yeah.
And so I missed the cutoff, and so it's like, my dad's like, he's 5, and so a friend of his was like, yeah, we'll take him, bring him down to the wrestling room, we don't care what age he is.
Yeah.
And from that day, I loved it. So my dad never wrestled, and it was just a friend who was like, hey, bring him in, and I loved it, and I was, next thing you know, like, by the time I was 8 years old, I was wrestling all year round, traveling the country, and just having so much fun.
You know what's interesting? Just a tidbit of information for the viewers and yourself. I just listened to Outliers and Mark McGladwell, and they did this study where it showed hockey players, if you were born between January and March, because of where it bumped you into your age bracket, you were more likely to become a world class level athlete because you had an extra year practicing. And I mean, that's what ended up changing you, you could have been a T-ball champion though.
I could have, right?
Tragedy you missed out on that. Now you got cauliflower here because of that season. And now that you went through the ranks, you obviously did a tremendous job all the way through high school, college, world level, Olympic level. What's the direction that you're going in now with all the knowledge that you have and capabilities?
So I don't know how much you know about this, but the last year I competed, after the Olympics, I was like, there's something different. And the first thing you told me when you came here, you said, oh, I looked at a map where almost all the world Olympic champions come from, and it's in a small part of Russia the size of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And so I had found that out because, as you're competing, you're just like, Russia, you don't realize that because it's a huge country. But then I started realizing that all from that tiny little region. And so after the Olympics ended in August, I lost to the Cuban. And I was like, you know what, like, my coaches told me, like, hard work. I busted my ass my whole life. And I was like, I didn't get to that top of where I wanted to be. And I was like, I'm going to go learn from the best.
Yeah.
And so I moved to southern Russia, and I ended up living there for a year. And I was the only non-Eastern European that they really ever invited to learn their training program. And so I immersed myself in a culture where they didn't even speak Russian. They spoke their own language called Ossetian.
Yeah.
And they broke off the Persian Empire 1,800 years ago and lived in the Caucasus Mountains since.
Yeah.
And so I learned this training program that they learned, that they created, and they developed it between 1949 and 1951, and they've never changed it. And so I'm taking all that knowledge that I have there, and we're building the platform to educate coaches, but also give athletes a lot of the tools to train themselves. And so we're putting that on Spartan Combat.
That's awesome. So if somebody was watching this video and they don't know anything about wrestling, or they would like to become the best wrestler in the world, are there just like 3 pillars or anything like that? I know you guys have the five things, and I don't want to give up your tactics, but are there any pillars that you would say are kind of like the foundation of what you try to teach?
No, the pillars are the 5 things, right?
Yeah.
So the 5 things you can control in combat, and I believe it's just over everything. You can apply it to anything in life. The 5 things you can control is first, you can control yourself.
Yep.
So that's your space. And then you can control the space that you're in, so your environment, your immediate environment, you can control that. Then you can control your actions. In wrestling, that's your attacks. In life, that's what you spend your time doing, right? Because your attacks are time.
Yep.
And then your attacks and your actions lead you to the situation that you're in. So you can control the situation that you're in. Mm-hmm. And then finally, when you're in that situation, the situation you have to be most present in. And so that's where once you are present, you understand the situation, then you can understand how to finish. In wrestling, it's your finish, right? In life, it's your story, right? And you can take your situation and you can change your story, and you can write that. And so that is what I based everything. It took me 8 years of training kids all the way to the Olympic level to really understand those 5 things are the most important. And obviously, the base is physical literacy, right? And you're one of the fittest athletes in the world. You understand that.
Totally. Yeah, it was pretty incredible. So one thing I'll tell you guys, watching the video, we've been doing this warm-up that he created. Obviously, you just do some basic drills, and then it accelerates itself all the way up to, I would say, like middle school to low high school grade gymnastic tumbling. Like the kids are doing backflips. I haven't done backflips in a long time. I got 3 in a row, I think, this time. Everybody on this team can do tumbling skills and the backflips, and that body awareness with what you were suggesting. If you can move your body, then you can start to wrestle. If you aren't aware of your body and you aren't aware of what you can do with it and be able to excel in that personal body movement, how can you move somebody else? And that was like one of the greatest things I learned from this camp so far.
Yeah, if you can't control yourself, how can you control somebody else?
Yeah, it's incredible. So obviously we've come here for more than conversation. What is the style of wrestling that we're going to do?
I was wondering that too.
I think we're all suggesting freestyle, but I'll let you.
Yeah, no, freestyle would be so much easier because I don't want to have to stand up at somebody. Freestyle, you just come back up to your feet. The best action of wrestling's on the feet.
Yeah.
We don't need to be top bottom doing like boring college type stuff.
No.
Yeah, keep it international. Keep it exciting.
No riding points or stalling points. I want blood on the floor. Yeah. So what's basically the structure of a freestyle match, in case anybody wants to know?
So the structure of a freestyle match currently, they actually change the rules all the time. And I didn't realize until after I retired, they changed the rule set so people can't game them.
Yeah.
They're constantly changing the rules. So the current rule sets are 3 2-minute periods.
Yeah.
And you just, 2 3-minute periods. 2 3-minute periods, and you wrestle, and it's cumulative scoring. And then when you get to the end of the match, there's no overtime, no tiebreakers. The criteria is whoever scores last wins.
Okay.
It actually is whoever scored the highest point move. So if you score like a feet to back is 4 points.
Yep.
So if you score a 4-point move and you had 4 1-point moves,
yep,
then I would win because I had the highest point. So it's highest total, highest point move, and then if everything's equal, it's the last point scored.
Cool. So in this freestyle match, obviously, just some of the key points of us getting takedowns or advances. One would be basically you just said feet to back. Okay,
yeah.
That's one version of a takedown. Just a normal takedown is it 1 or 2 points?
So a normal takedown, if I took you down from your feet to your belly,
yep,
it's just 2 points.
Okay. Obviously tilts, things like that when you're already down there on the ground, and how many points are you running there?
2 points.
2 points per tilt.
And even if you don't, and freestyle is different than the American folk style. American folk style, you have to have control before you can get points for putting someone to their back. So you have to get the takedown first. In international wrestling, just because of the level, they want you to protect your back at all times. So if we're in neutral and I flip you to your back, even if I don't get a takedown, I get 2 points for exposure.
Yep. So anybody who's at home, this is a pretty dominant sport. You want to control the other person, get them to show weakness. Like one of the things I joked with him was Turkish oil wrestling. The way to gain points in Turkey back in the day is you had to take the man and expose his belly button to the sun. That's basically the whole root behind this thing. He's going to try to get me on my back. I'm going to try to get him on his back, make him show weakness, make me show dominance. Obviously, I'm telling a tall tale. 2008 Olympian, I am honored to be able to sit here and talk with him even, and sit on the same mat or practice on the same mat. It's a very limited opportunity where you actually get to go live with somebody like this. So if you are ever in the room with somebody like this, pay your respect, understand we're just friends, and whatever ends up happening, we're going to stay friends. And, wrestling is my favorite sport ever, one of the first sports in Olympic history. And I think if you're watching this and you're in the United States, we're trying to grow the program. Obviously, it starts right here in this room with Andy and the help of Joe and obviously a lot of other programs around the country. But if you have a son or a daughter even that's interested in the sport, you guys should check these guys out and give them a chance because it's a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to today.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. After that, did I soften you up a little bit? Now you won't give me bloody ears and eyes.
He's gonna get tired really fast because you're such an arsenal coming at him. He's like he's not gonna have his game plan that he wants because you're so rough and you're stronger and younger. He's gonna hate it. And as soon as you mentally start doing that to him, he's gonna it'll start going into retreat.
Yeah.
You just keep going after him. Just keep going after him. And be smart. Don't rush him like the bull in a china shop so he can sidestep you and do some weird shit. Just work with him.
I think what I'm going to ask my corner to do is I'm going to have him tell me the minute mark. I'm going to have my corner tell me the minute mark, and I'm going to have him tell me the 2-minute mark. I'm not going to go on offense until the 2-minute mark. And I'm just going to push and push and push and try to tire him out. Because you think about it, 6 minutes, if I asked you to start working out as hard as you could, you wouldn't start feeling it until like the 2 or 3 minute mark. So that's what I'm going to attack.
Yeah, so that's the stuff that, so then, you just keep tying up, if he ties up with you and stuff like that, just keep pushing into him and moving him around and making him work. And the biggest thing, Hunter, is keep fucking shucking his head, grabbing his fucking head hard, like put your forearm over the back of his neck and keep ripping him down. They fucking hate that. They hate it. That's how Royce Alger in Iowa used to wrestle. That's how he beat everybody. He placed second in the world, first in the Pan Ams, won the NCAAs twice. He beat some of the best technique guys by just being physical. They fucking hate it. They fall apart. The whole game falls apart.
All right.
And walking right here.
Creatine steak right here.
I'm unfamiliar without a microphone, however,
You got this.
You got it.
sorry. Let's see.
One side.
Let's see, with Andy weighing in at, hang on 1 second. We will go for, what will we go for first? Does anybody have any priorities here?
Hunter said age.
Age before beauty.
Age before beautiful.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, first on the scale, let me check this out. We're at 0, 0.
Andy's first.
Andy's going first.
All right.
Andy, ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 190 pounds, .2.
Whoa!
You gotta get rid of the 22, Andy. You gotta get the
Yeah, lead it up.
garbage
Lead
bag
it up,
on.
pal. All right. You guys ready?
All right, here we go.
Zeroed out.
Yeah, we got 0.
And this corner weighing in.
Weighing in. This may turn in from an exhibition to a real live match. We have to find out what the gentlemen want to do. This physique has been brought to you from, where are you from?
Malibu, California.
Malibu, California.
Yeah, the sunny beaches in Malibu.
Weighing in at 207.2. Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready, buddy. I heard you've been talking trash about my people in Malibu. What do you guys say about that?
Oh, you soft California people. The new sheriff in town.
Cleveland
today.
coal miner over here trying to talk trash. What do you know about anything?
He's a new sheriff, buddy.
There's stuff in your face right there on the mat, my friend.
Alright, we're gonna settle it right now.
World champ versus world chump. I'm ready.
Alright.
All the trash talking, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck.
All right, very good. Let's go. Let's do this.
There we go. And I'm just honored to be here, dude. Vermont, I love this place. I became an athlete in this town, and I'm gonna bury an athlete in this town. Oh! Yeah!
Hands out, hands out. Alright, I'm gonna need the guy with the black socks. Alright, shake hands.
Who's got time on
Who's got time?
I got 2 3 minutes.
Alright, so
You gotta start wrestling with no time.
keep going. You want 2, 3, don't let him wait.
30 second break.
I know.
Somebody's gotta get 30 seconds. I got your time. Wait. Hold on. When you say go, I'll hand drop. Yeah. Ready? Wrestle.
Oh, Andy!
See some action. Andy, 4. Got Andy 4 points. Alright, neutral. Nah, there's no escape. No escape from this stuff. Shoot. Another 4, Andy.
Let's go, Hunter. Come on now.
Hunter. Nothing yet. And it's a pin.
Oh my God.
Big hand. Yeah.
I'm gonna get one more.
We got Andy's this period.
We are 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. We have agreed.
So that was 134, minutes 34.
All right, let's go. One more, Brown. Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3. Everybody knows I got 2 out of 3. I got.
I love it. That's how it is. And just move. You're a lot younger than him, I feel like, right?
I'm trying to move.
If you use your hands to snap things, use your hands, use your legs, use all parts of it.
Okay. I want to pick him up.
Body lock and bear hug. Body lock and bear hug. So there's no points for engagement, no escape. Freestyle. Folk style there is escape. So just freestyle there is. Also, if you guys are not doing anything 30 seconds in, I call passive. Whoever looks passive to me, I'm going to call so they have 30 seconds to score. And if they don't score in that 30 seconds, then a point is awarded to the other person.
Okay.
What do they get for points if that's passive? So passive is being solid. Andy is doing nothing.
I keep on trying to pick him up. I gotta stop doing that.
Passive is what? Point?
Snap him down.
When I say passive, I get punch to that. 1 point, right? Hey, Andy's smart about it. Oh, I have Andy 1.
All right, let's roll.
He looks tired, so if he's going to be passive, I'm going to call Andy on being passive.
Wow, he didn't put it to you. That's after a pin.
We got timer?
We got the timer. Wait. I want the ref to say round 2. Looking at the camera between them.
So here we go, round 2, Hunter and Andy.
All right. 2 out of 3. Everybody knows.
Shake
Still got a lot
hands.
going on here.
Wrestle.
Winner goes up against Ben Askren.
Nice job, Hunter.
30 seconds in.
All right, Andy, 30 seconds. You got to score. 30 seconds. Let me know when it's a minute. Or 2 minutes. Andy, 2. So now there's no passes, right? And break, both up. Ready, wrestle. 1 minute in. 2 minutes left. For a minute and a half each round.
All right, Joe. Exhibition match. Third round, right here.
Andy.
I was like, I got him, and then I'm like, I'm on my back, and I'm not breathing.
How was it wrestling with Hunter?
Oh, God. He's so strong. I mean, 3 minutes and we're both dead. He's an animal. It was so fun. I mean, all of this was just an amazing time. Promote the sport, promote Hunter, promote Spartans. It was so fun.
Yeah, I know. I heard him. You were the first person to say something nice to me, by the way.
I know. I was like, anybody? Let's go, Hunter. Come on now.
Dude, the last challenge we did was a sub 3 hour marathon. So it was just eternity of time to think about the place that you were in. This lasted under 4 minutes in total. And
probably under 3.
I know, it was just so quick. With somebody at this level of skill set, you don't know what's going on at all. You think you have action, you think you have knowledge, but you just get turned and pinned, and they play you. It's like a fishing rod, you know what I mean? It's something in the water and they dance, and by the time you bite in, you realize you have hooks in your mouth, and now you're getting dragged onto the beach. That's exactly how I felt with Andy. I can button up this trip with this. This trip was amazing. I learned, I loved, and I lived. You know what I mean? Those are the 3 L's of life. I had a great group of kids that helped, just helped me encourage the entire time. They were teaching me tactics. I had a world-class coach. I had a world-class mentor, somebody like Joe. He and I have known each other for years, and I've had a blast with him. He's been a pain in my ass, but he's also been the person who sets the line ahead of me that I should be aiming for. So that's all you could really ask for on a trip like this. I hope you guys have great coaches and mentors in your life, and I hope if you have the energy and the possibilities, you should always come to situations like this to learn, live, and love. So that's it, guys. Thanks for having me. He'll let you guys know how he finished me.
Yeah, so the second round, the move I pinned Hunter with was the same move in 2006 when I was making my first U.S. World Team. I pinned King Mo, who was 5th in the world at the time, in the exact same move. And from that moment, my international career took off. And so now, hopefully, after today, I'm hoping everything else takes off.
Yeah, there you go. Would you say that I put up a bigger fight than Mo in that position?
You did.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's all I wanted.
There you go.
Hey, with some dignity.
That's it. Yes.
That was awesome. Thank you again. It was an honor. You were right, all right? If she gets the winning quote, it's like no one can do
High five.
Ask him how
That's my husband.
What, we were just pulling on each other?
Yeah, just like...
Yeah. I was trying to just overpower you, and then I was trying to come underneath you, because the kids were like, the only thing you got on them is just try to throw them or put head pressure down. So first round, I was like, okay, here we go, I'm going to try to throw him, you nailed me. And then the second round, I was like, head pressure, and then I think I went too low, and that's when you got that lock in.
Yeah, the lock was crazy move. That's the move you're talking about, right? That was a crazy
headlock. You were talking about kids right before this. So there you go. That's how the Russians won, right? Yeah. That's exactly what you said. First it was belt rides, and then they trained for 3 months. I should have been listening. I was listening, but I was like, Russians. They don't know.
You did something, and Andy said, I got him. I said, how do you know? I saw the way he gripped his hands. He doesn't know how to grip his hands. So what was that?
Well, he was talking about wrestling, and he was animated about his hands. And he was like, yeah, and you grab the leg like, and you grab, you know, you lock them like this. And I was like, oh man, if he's locking like this, I got it. because the wrestler would have had the thumbs in, and right, thumbs in and palms to shoulder.
More powerful here, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, you didn't use that grip on me.
This is the gable grip right here.
I'd also like to point out that Hunter has records in Westchester County for a number of different sports. One is John Jay High School. He still holds the record for cross country and a number of other things. So he's been an athlete since he was 12. He also said, quote, I'll take him down in a minute.
Yeah, you got
I went for it. I looked at him. Who are you going to bet?
You don't believe
Westchester County?
You don't even know. Wally did not hedge any of the bets. He literally took 800,000 in bets in. He thought you were going to win. He got wiped out. They're selling the house tonight.
At least I got the snow off so you can sell it.
And then he comes up, and actually Joe brings up my crew yesterday, and he's shoveling the snow off my roof. And literally, I'm saying, oh man, I'll take anybody else want to bet, I got it.
Well, thank you for believing me. Hey, so, what else did I say? You're trying to do sub 3 minute mile?
No, so I'm gonna go sub 240 marathon, 2 hours.
So I told Joe right away, I said, heck, when he was on the phone with me, I said, Socrates said, those who can't wrestle run. And I told Joe, I said, now he's going to be able to, after this match, he's going to be able to break that record he wants.
There you go. I learned a lot. I'm grateful.
What's your best marathon? 255?
255. I only done one, but I wasn't training up for it. This one we're gonna cook. And I'll come back stronger than ever. I'll turn you into a pretzel.
Love it. I'll be here. You know where I'm at.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought for sure I could have moved him like once or twice. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. But you know the story of wishes were horses, the beggars would ride. But that's the whole purpose of the Headhunter series. Is we're not trying to be the best in the world. We're trying to learn from the best in the world. And I've already done my thing in a bunch of sports, and I still probably will continue to. But honestly, I think for me, I'm gonna grow as a person if I keep on putting myself in front of people that make me have to work so hard that they're gonna put me on my back, that they're gonna outrun me, they're gonna outlift me, and I'm gonna learn. And you can win in other ways. Losing is learning, and winning, that's just fun. You get a paycheck or maybe a medal, but the reality is, there's nothing more valuable than a good loss.